Yesterday we travelled from Kathmandu to southern Nepal. I don't really want to say whereabouts in southern Nepal, but we flew to a little airport called Sima and then a drive to our hotel. They've given us a suite, but it's not very luxurious, but it's massive. So we've got a sort of triple bedroom here. You can see triple bedroom, which has an ensuite over there. Then we have a living area, which is here. Yeah, and then through there's a separate loo, but it just feels so muggy here that, sorry, a separate bathroom, sorry. But here, down here where we are, it just feels so much warmer and muggier. I think it's going to be 30 degrees where we are today, and off to see my sponsored child and his family, and yeah, it'll be nice to see him again. Saw him, or met him for the first time 2 years ago in 2023. So yeah, it'd be good just to see him. We're gonna stop off at a local supermarket and where we can buy some bits for him and his family and his community, so they can share bits out and stuff like that. But yeah, looking forward to seeing him. And the charity World Vision have given made up an itinerary, so we're going to go and speak to some adolescent children about how things have happened to their life. I think we're going to a sort of a mother's kind of centre to see how things have improved for them and what people have done to help them and make sure their children are nourished. And I think last night we had a debrief, or a briefing rather, not a debrief tomorrow morning, a briefing, and they were talking about they're trying to get some people to grow their own vegetables, so they're organic, they're natural, got lots of vitamins and minerals and all that kind of stuff, and to feed that to their children. So it'll be good and very interesting to see all that. And yeah, I'll try and take some footage. I don't want to take any footage of where people live or anything like that. I don't want it to be voyeuristic or anything. But yeah, we're going to go and have a look and spend a day in southern Nepal, where it just feels so much warmer than Kathmandu. Okay, over and out.
From where they have
right,
they're ensure that is from valid source,
not from the forest. Yeah.
Otherwise they will take in custody.
Oh wow.
Well, that's good.
Sure they
yeah.
haven't cut it down illegally.
Yeah, that's good. So they check in, so they're not,
So mostly
poaching the wood.
Yeah, mostly truck are checked.
So that's a brick kiln in the distance there. So Alok told us in the briefing yesterday that this area there are lots of brick kilns as well, but there's just field after field after field.
Like metal factory, iron metal factory.
Well, that's big, isn't it?
Mm.
Small.
So recently, just a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, it has been that way.
Yeah, so this kind of scenery is never boring for me. I just love the paddy fields, just going on and on and on, and people just going about their daily business. Not sure if you can see it or not, but I hope you can. There's some houses that look quite modern, and there's others which look quite I don't know, not so modern. And there's sort of various different types of houses. Some are being built, some look like they're made out of mud, some look made out of bricks, and you can see the brick kilns. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 chimneys I can see just in this scene here. So they'll see making a lot of bricks around here. I think at the briefing yesterday they said the soil or the clay here is really good quality, so the bricks are very, very strong and good. So it might be because when it gets flooded, you might get from the rain, from the silt, from the mountains and stuff. The quality of the silt is really, really good, and it forms some nice clay, strong clay or whatever it does. So not a brick expert myself.
And tiles.
Okay, tiles.
Tired. So we're, Alok is just saying we're coming up to a factory which is quite new, and it's tyre. They make tyres in this factory. It's massive, but again it means there's jobs for local people. So there might not be like tiles, sorry, not tires, tiles, like for your bathroom and stuff. So that was very, very massive. You can see here some of the paddy fields have been chopped or harvested. You can see this patch here look golden, so they're getting ready to be harvested. Filled with crops, with rice. Very flat. Maybe a bit warmer than Norfolk. And in Norfolk, it'll be hops that we go, like you can smell the hops in the air, isn't it? What Alec was saying is we passed some tractors with like trailers on the back with loads of people, and it's not necessarily like a bus or transport service, but those trailers and tractors are used for harvesting the crops and for farming. But when there's an event going on, people use them to transport big groups of people from one place to another. So yeah, I guess they have dual purpose. I don't know how they can sit in there with clean clothes or fancy clothes, because some of them look very, very dirty. But you know, got to do what you got to do. So I'm coming up to another little town. I don't know which town this is, I'm not going to say, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like here. So we're coming off the main road onto a dirt track. Oh no, it's not a dirt track, it's a road actually. But you can see just turning off the main road, it feels a bit more, feels poorer, rural. I can see some big sort of concrete brick houses going up, some really big ones, but then opposite you might have a mud house, you know. So it's a big contrast from, say, one family to another family, how one family is doing well and may have adults in jobs in the tile shop, in the metal factory, they may be successful farmers, and where others are probably living more of a hand-to-mouth kind of existence. I think there's a proper term for it, something farmers, I can't think of it now. So there's a big contrast within these kind of rural communities where some people look like, based on their house, they've got more than others. But I think that's the same anyway, right? So yeah, I don't think we're far now from where I'm going to meet Sitinder and his family. So we'll see how we get on. As I've said before, there is quite a contrast where we've just passed a house that has been constructed out of brick, and it's huge, and just up behind this road there are some big old houses made out of bricks, but then right next door to it you'll have a house that's made out of mud. It's a bit of a strange contrast, but loads of kids running around. And just said there's loads and loads of goats everywhere. We can see people drying, I think that must be drying rice grains on the road on big mats. I can see some over there, just drying it out. I can see they just put a mat down and pour the grains out and just let it dry right in the middle of the road. But I guess it's a flat surface, exposed to the sun, so.
There's loads of goats. Does every family own goats?
Yeah.
Yes. Do they all have goats? Yeah. In Pokhara, actually, there was masses of dogs.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be many dogs here. Do not.
Yeah, this is the rural area.
Mm.
People do not prefer to like raise the dog.
Dogs.
Generally, they for the livelihood purpose, they goat, chicken,
Yeah.
duck, and other like domestic animal,
And
cow, buffalo.
buffalo, yeah. And this pond on the left is that's man-made, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, these are the man-made
Man-made ponds, yeah.
for the fisheries purpose.
Yeah. Oh right, okay. They've got fish in there.
This is a little camera. You can't see. I've got to put the film on my camera, so I can't show anybody. But it's a camera. So you can just see. So I'm here with Satinder and his family. There's Satinder, and that's his father. That's his brother, mother, and sister. And these are all the wonderful Nepali people that support the community through World Vision and local NGOs. So they're doing a great job helping the community, helping people better their lives. So I'll speak to you later. So I'm walking with Satinder. There's Satinder. Say hello, Satinder. Say hello.
Say hello, Khan.
and, and then I've got Satinder's sister and mother in the background. We're just walking into the community here. You can see the community here. Very rural. It's absolutely roasting. And all the people here that help, all the Nepalese people for World Vision or local NGOs that really help. It's amazing what they do. So here we go, going past some goats and a buffalo. So we've taken some photos for World Vision, and we're now just heading back to the car. We're going to go out for a bit of lunch. Yeah, go for a lunch with my sponsored child and his family. They're actually they're not eating meat at the moment because they're getting ready for puja, which basically means a prayer to their ancestral god in 15 days. So they'll be fasting at some stage, but not at the moment. So that's good. At least I can buy them lunch. And yeah, and then we're going to go. After that, we're going to go off to some project. So speak to you later. So we're in the jeep, the 4x4, going for lunch. And guess who's at the back? Satinder, look. Satinder's in the back. Satinder's mama and Satinder's sister, all in the back. We're going out for some lunch. And we've got other people coming on motorbikes, bicycles, and everything else. finished visiting a health facility. So there's 7 staff here who look after 7,000 people in this area. They do a great job. That's the original health offices. It's all voluntary. It's not paid for, free of charge. And this is a new building they're building. So I've got a bit of way to go to finish it off. But yeah, it's really good. Really impressive what they do. We're just going. Hello. Say hello.
Hello.
This is Charles.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hi. Hello.
Yeah. Everyone say hello.
Hello.
And what is the children's group called? Children's group नाम क्या है?
Now, child group. Rupantran child club.
Grupantha Child Club. Hello, you okay? Look at this one.
So hello to the junior one.
Hello, Junior. Hello, Junior. Hey. So we visited a few projects today, and yeah, I think sometimes when you donate to a charity, you don't know what the charity does, and they might send you documents or bits of information. But when you can actually come to these places, and they actually show you and they tell you that they've provided this, they provided that, it's been amazing to see. Really amazing. It's absolutely roasting, so I'm hoping to go back to the hotel now so we can get showered.
And seek some support.
Yeah. Back in Chandrapur after visiting our sponsored child and also lots of other projects that World Vision have been that have supported. Amazing. It's really humbling, and from the sort of peace and quiet of the village to this little town, rural town, madness, chaos, beeping everywhere. So we're just sort of going back to the supermarket where we bought some food for the sponsored child, just seeing if we can get an ice cream or two. See you later. So we've had an ice cream, and we've just come to this little stall, all lovely fresh fruit, And this young lady here has given us a kilogram of oranges for 200 rupees, which is just over a pound. So we've got apples, bananas. So it's lovely. Say bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Thank you very much. Bye. So we're gonna go back to the hotel room and probably have a shower, chill out, see what's occurring. But yeah, it is roasting. I don't know if you can make out the sun in the background there, right over there, but it's just going on. We've come to the roof terrace of the Taraya Inn in Chandrapur, where we're spending our second night and then flying back to Kathmandu tomorrow early afternoon. Hopefully we'll get the debrief done with the charity, and then they'll just drop us off at the airport, and they will be hopefully able to we'll be able to catch an earlier flight to Kathmandu. Even if we get on the 1, we should be in our hotel by 2 if everything goes according to plan, but you never know with these sort of regional airports or even international airports. But yeah, it was a very interesting day. I'm so glad Ange came with me this time round, so she could see and experience what I'd experienced the first time round. And we moan about our life in the UK. We want this, we want that, we want to do this, we want to do that, but none of that really matters, because when we want water, we turn the tap on. When we want food, we open the fridge, open the larder, and there's food. When we want power, energy, flick a switch and it's there. We've got a lot to be thankful for, and I think sometimes we forget how thankful we should be. And I'm not belittling the way they live their lives, absolutely not. But when you see people that have got far less than you, trying to make the best of that situation, trying to better themselves, trying to earn money for their children so they can send their children to school, so the children aren't trapped in the same rut as their parents are and stuff. It's amazing to see, and to see some of these children speak to you in English is really, really amazing, and very, very humbling. So I'm going to do my best not to moan, but I know what I'm like. I'll say that, and then a while later I'll start going back into my old routine. That's called the rubber band principle, actually. So now behind me you should be able to see the moon, hopefully. Just there you should be able to see the moon. Really, really big moon there. But yeah, we'll just stand up here for a bit and see what happens. Hopefully the sky will go bright red in a minute. I'll see you in a minute. I think it's time to call it a night. I think it's time to get indoors, get into our room, get showered, pack our bag, get everything into one bag. Yeah, and then go and have dinner, relax, go to sleep, wake up, do our briefing, then get on a flight back to Kathmandu. A bit of luxury just for one night. Do a final bit of shopping, I think, and then catch our flight home on Friday. Yeah, but I don't think this town ever goes to sleep. It's constantly this road here is the east-west highway, we were told, so it connects the east to the west, and it's one continuous road. They are building a railway as well, an east to west railway, and in some parts they become parallel, in other parts they have to go around towns like this and stuff. But that'll be interesting when that's finished. They're trying to use that to remove some of the traffic from this road, so they can use it for goods, they can use it for people, reduce congestion on the roads and stuff like that. So we'll see if that happens. But yeah, as it's going dusk, you can see the town sort of slowly getting ready for nightlife. Well, I say nightlife, for life in the dark. So there'll be restaurants open, there'll be still lots of traffic going back and forth. There's people burning the odd fire here and there, and then in the distance I don't think that's smoke, I think that's some kind of fog or something over fields maybe or something, but looks really spooky and eerie. You've got trucks like that, no lights on the front and no lights on at the back, but yeah, Thought I saw some flashing lights over there, but no. Maybe that's just my eyes playing tricks. But yeah, time to call it a night.